Alright, so it's my understanding that Fallout Shelter is a really, really good game for iOS. And the reason I say I understand that it's really good is because Jason's been playing it like crazy, but more to the point, my dad has been playing it like an absolute maniac lately. So, the thing is, I haven't had time to play it because I've been busy with things like jury duty and getting into Arkham Knight, which has been amazing so far. So, rather than me kind of try to just kind of rush and play a little bit of Fallout Shelter and then do a review of it, I told Dad just to do it himself. So, what he did was, he shot video of himself talking about his experience with Fallout Shelter, Dropbox it to me since he's down in Ironton, and I've edited the footage together for you so you can hear his thoughts since he's spent a ton of time with the game, and kind of get an overview of what the game's like, and did some cutaway shots kind of showing, some of the gameplay footage and all that. So here is a quick look and review at Fallout Shelter by my dad, the dapper gentleman you saw for my birthday vlog, and also more recently when I went and surprised him around midnight and woke him up so I could edit some video for him. So here's what my dad thinks of Fallout Shelter.
So here's my initial thoughts about Bethesda's Fallout Shelter. They gotta be doing something right. I'm sure a lot of people have given up pretty much every iOS iPhone game to spend time in the Fallout Shelter. You're gonna need to gather some dwellers, try not to let them die off, and it's okay to encourage them to procreate. There's safety in numbers. What can I say? The overview of the game. If you ever played any of the Fallout games, you're gonna like it. You're gonna dig it. It starts out and you're in a hole underground, and it's up to you to develop your vault. And then you got to start building little rooms that serve specific purposes. You need a room to generate electricity, and water, and a cafeteria, and dwellers to run the whole joint. And they even have a little workout room if you spend too much time in the cafeteria. And if you build in an unbalanced way, you can always destroy a room if you're careful about how you start it out. Eventually, you're gonna need to go out into the wasteland. When you send people out to explore, it's kind of a text-only playback on how their adventure's going. It'll tell you that you ran into a giant fire ant and he got the better of you. It'll tell you when you found bottle caps or a weapon or some new duds or whatever. You gotta go to get more weapons and duds. Clothes are important because it's one of the few ways you got to kind of buff your dwellers. An unbuffed dweller is not a productive dweller. Even if you don't go grinding out in the wasteland, raiders are gonna come knocking at your door. And they're not here to sell you Avon or Girl Scout cookies. They're gonna break down your vault door eventually. And they're gonna come in and raid your fridge and kill people unless you stop them. So, you need to think about that. Plan ahead. Raiders are not good party guests. They don't work and play well with others. It's a cool game. I can see that Bethesda put a lot of thought and a lot of heart into it. I think of it as kind of like a low-down boot camp for what's yet to come in the Fallout series. Bethesda? Yay!